Welcome, Power Nation, to another episode of the Anchor Podcast, where we aim to keep you informed, inspired, and anchored in what's happening in Chilton ISD. Today is a special day. We are here with some of our student athletes who will represent us this weekend at the regional track meet. I'm here with Yadi De Leon. I'm here with Jeremiah Robinson and our head track coach and our girls athletic coordinator, Coach Nisi Smith. Coach Smith, will you tell us a little bit about what's happening this weekend with the Chilton ISD track team?
Oh, yeah, sure. This weekend we will be competing at the regional track meet. We are taking Yarita De Leon in the 1,600 meters, the 3,200 meters. She anchors the 4x4 relay. We're taking Jeremiah Robinson in the long jump. She also does the open quarter.
Okay.
And then we're going in the 4x100 meter relay and the 4x4.
All right. And unable to be with us today, we have one male athlete that will be representing us at the regional track meet. That's Marquedrick Taylor, and I think he'll be running the 100-meter dash.
Yes.
All right. So we have a lot of representation at the regional track meet this weekend. Jeremiah, tell us a little bit about what your goals are and how you got to where you are right now.
Well, my goals this week is to PR my 400 with a good, we're going to say 58 this time. We're going to say 58. And then long jump, I'm going to hit a 17 this week. And, yeah, try to get first in the 4x4 too as well.
Okay. So, Maya, we hear that, about your goals for your personal records, the times and the lengths that you want to hit in the long jump. What is the ultimate goal for you this year?
We want to be on that podium at the state track meet in Austin, Texas.
Okay, you want to be on the podium. So, how many times have you been to regionals?
This will be my fourth time.
How many times have you gone to state?
My second.
So this will be your second year in a row going to state. And so this year, your goal is to be on the podium with the medal in your hand.
Yes, sir.
So Yadi, tell us, what have you done to get to this point in your track season?
So in this track season, well, in the beginning, actually, during the fall season, I competed in cross country, and I made it into state. And overall, I placed 12th in the state.
Uh-huh.
And since then, I've been working, and this weekend.
Did you have a PR at cross country?
Yes, ma'am. My PR was 12:18 in state. So
Oh, wow.
for this upcoming weekend, my goal is to break my PR of 12:18 and go 12:10. That's
Okay.
my goal for this upcoming weekend.
So you want to shave 8 seconds off of your personal record?
I do, yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Wow. So, Miss Nisi, this track season, we've had some hurdles, we've had some setbacks, some things that didn't go the way that we wanted to.
Right.
What has kept you guys going? Why are we able now to come out of the area track meet so well and be at the regional track meet? What have you instilled, or what mindset have you instilled in your student athletes to help them to keep going in spite of the hurdles and obstacles?
Yeah, so first of all, it's that refuse to sink mentality.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what we face, it's going to be adverse times. Things are always going to go our way. First, we didn't have meets. They're worried about when we're going to get on the track. So once we start rolling and got the meets going, we just work hard. Determination, the dedication to the sport. Nobody likes to run.
Right.
They do. They do, and they're great at it. They get out every day and compete. They just got that winning mindset. And, of course, I went to dress up today, and I didn't even realize we were going to be doing this, but a champion, I'm thinking, they're champions at heart. So I said, this shirt would be fitting for what we do. And so we just got through those adverse moments. They just come and compete every day and really against each other. And so they make each other better. And so I just try to tell them, our time is coming.
Right.
Sometimes we think it's supposed to happen at this moment, at this time. But I told them there's a time for us to shine.
Right.
And it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's definitely coming.
Yes, sir.
Good. So, through adversity, Chilton is in a great spot. We got, Maya out of area, first place long jump, first place 400, second place for the mile relay. third place in the sprint relay. We got Yachty out,
Yes.
first place in the area in the 1600, first place in the area in 3200, and she anchors the
Yes.
4x4, which is a huge
Yes.
difference in events. So, girls, tell us, what is it about you? What sets you as an athlete apart from everybody else, despite all the adversity? What sets you apart? Why are you able to dig in and keep going?
I think I'm able to dig in and keep going because I'm committed and I'm determined to being a better person than I was the day before.
That's right.
And overall, I just really like competing and I like the whole atmosphere.
Okay, Maya.
I'm really dedicated at what I do. Like, if I say I'm going to PR this week, I'm going to PR. I work hard at everything I did. Since I was 7th grade, I just worked and worked and worked.
Okay. So Maya, this is a critical year for you. You are a senior, ready to walk the stage and move on to bigger and better things. Tell us a little bit about what you see in your future. What do you want to do after you leave Chilton ISD?
No, I'm still going to run track. I'm going to run track in college. And I'm hoping just to one day to start my business. I want like a businesswoman, a classy businesswoman that runs.
Okay. All right. A classy businesswoman that can run.
They can run.
All right. Yachty, what do you see competing in track? How do you see that helping you in your future? How can that help you to become who you want to become in the future?
As of right now, whenever I run and I do track every day at practice, being at practice helps me be a more organized person while also showing discipline. And discipline is one of the key things that you need, in order to succeed in life.
Okay. All right. So your commitment to track helps you to maintain a disciplined lifestyle so that whenever you go to the next level, whenever you choose to do what you do, you already have that mindset and that habit of discipline in you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, what has been the craziest track moment that you can remember? What's the funniest thing that y'all can remember that has happened to you over the last year or maybe 2 years?
So currently, this just happened just last month, and it was the very first track meet in Bosqueville, Texas. And I was so excited, I was ready. And the race started at 4 p.m. And I was out there at 3 p.m., 3:30. I was warming up. I was getting ready.
That was it. We had a storm.
Yes.
Yes.
We were under
That day, the weather was horrible. The weather was at least 32 degrees outside. It was very cold. It was raining. So the moment, and plus there was a storm, like
the lightning delay.
Yeah.
They delayed it. So we had to wait another 30 minutes. So it was like 4:30. So then, they shot the gun. We all ran, but it was cold. Like, I could not feel my fingers. I could not feel my legs. But I feel like that is what somebody needs to go through to go to the next level, because I feel like that really helped me to, I don't know,
You were able to compete through adversity?
Yes, through adversity. And,
Right.
it was just a really exciting and fun moment for me. And crossing the finish line, too, and, representing Chilton was really exciting for me. So I think that was one of my favorite moments.
Now, I ran
That's
track
awesome.
a long time ago. I don't run anywhere anymore. But running in 32 degrees, my God.
Oh, and the water was pouring. It was pouring.
Yep.
Yes.
Maya, what do you have? What?
Well, this was like last week area. I was running my 400, real tired. Y'all know that 400 can be tiring. And like the wind is hitting me on the backstretch. I'm like, hold on, I can't breathe. And so I get around the curve, and that last 100. Y'all know that last 100. So I was running. I finished my race. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of dizzy. And then next thing you know, I fell out on the track. Because Nene had to come get me.
Because you couldn't see, right? You said
I
you couldn't see the last 100 meters.
Couldn't
I don't know
see.
how she crossed in
I
her
couldn't
life.
see.
So you stayed on the track even though you couldn't see,
Yeah.
and you fell out on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Who picked you up?
Cause Nene.
Lord have
Yeah.
mercy.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Nisi, what has been one of the most memorable memorable things that you've experienced as a track coach and as the girls coordinator?
Oh man, so many moments, so many things that had happened. But I think this year, I told Maya last year, and she didn't believe me. I said, next year we're going to Austin in the mile relay, and she kind of looked at me puzzled. So she just told me the other day, Coach, you said it. We're gonna go.
Right.
It took us a while last year to get the time to drop in that mile relay, but this year it's dropping quick. And I figure we're going to peak just at the right moment. Now, one of our biggest competitors is the Crawford Pirates, the other Pirates.
Right.
So it's going to be a battle.
Yes.
And so I'm excited to get out there this weekend just to see, you know, how we have two of the best times going in. So it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a great meet.
It's going to be a great one.
It's going to be a great meet. We're going to have
Yes.
to compete from start
Yes.
to finish.
Yes.
All right. What impacts you the most, or what is the best thing in your opinion about being a Chilton Pirate? I don't care who goes first. What's the best thing about being a Chilton Pirate?
I think the best thing about being a Chilton Pirate is, I guess, having the teachers, having the coaches, having, you know, the students being there to support you right next to you the whole time. And I think that's what really, you know, makes it so special being a Chilton Pirate. Just, I really like the atmosphere, everybody. You know,
Okay.
I really like that. That's what I really like.
Okay.
Yeah, same as Yachty. Like, our people, I love our people. I love the support. I love the caring. I love our people.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Nisi, you've
Yes.
been here 28 years
Yes.
as an employee. You've been an office manager. You're teaching in the CTE department. You've coached for many years. Now you're the girls' athletic coordinator. So
Yes.
what number one, what keeps you here? Number two, what has been the best thing about being a Chilton Pirate?
So I feel like the statement bleed blue through and through, that's me. I love it. It's the people, the teachers, the educators, the administrators, staff, even from the cap maintenance, everybody plays such a big role. They do support you. I just love, my best energy is here, you know, like these girls said, the atmosphere, the family-oriented type of feel you get when you hear, just everybody loving everybody. That's why hard work, that's what it is. Everybody cares, everybody loves, and so we're one. Just works as one unit, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
So we've talked about adversity and how sometimes things didn't align like you wanted to during this track season. What's something that has inspired you despite all of the adversity to keep going?
I think something that has really inspired me to keep on pushing is just remembering Coach Holscher, remembering all of the memories that we made together, and just remembering his voice playing over and over my head, like in my head, hydrate, or he'd say, keep pushing. But yes, Coach Holscher, he's one of my biggest inspirations, and he's one of the reasons, you know, that I'm pushing past my limits, that I'm pushing myself even harder. And yes, I just, you know, I greatly miss Coach Holscher so much. With a big heart, I miss him so much. But yes, he's my inspiration.
All right. Maya?
Yes, Uncle H did inspire me a lot. He made me run things that I didn't even know I could run.
Okay.
Like the
Cross
mile,
country.
yes, cross country. He did his big one, and yes, he really inspired me. Like, one of my memories of him is we was on the hill, the ball hill.
Yeah.
And we would try to cheat a little bit, little meters, scoot up a little bit, but he would not let us. He would not let us cheat ourselves. He would tell us to back up, go to that water bottle, and run it. That's what I loved about him.
Okay. So this season is ultimately dedicated to the memory of Uncle H, Coach H.
Yeah.
But how can what he taught you help you in your life? Like, what are the lessons that he taught you that'll help you beyond high school track?
Like, don't ever settle for less. Settle for more. You won't want to like be average and no, just go out, be yourself, and don't cheat it.
Okay.
One of the things that Coach Holscher would always tell me was to have fun. To have fun when you're competing. Stay in the game. And I think that's something that's going to stay with me, and that's something that I'm going to use in the future a lot too. And overall, he has so many sayings, but that is one of my favorites. And another thing that he taught me was staying organized. No, he's very organized, and he's taught me so much about that.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So, Pirate Nation, we are here with 3 premier human beings, not only in Chilton ISD, but in the entire nation. And publicly, I would like to commend these ladies on the hard work that has gotten them to the point where they are able to represent Chilton ISD, not only in district, not only in area, at regionals, and ultimately, we expect that we'll be in Austin in a few weeks with them representing us at the state track meet. I'd like to thank you, ladies, for joining us on this podcast. Thank you guys for stepping out of your comfort zone and sharing with all of Pirate Nation all the great things that you are doing. Pirate Nation, I hope you are inspired and enlightened about the great things that are happening in Chilton ISD. More importantly, I hope that you'll be able to support us, support these young ladies, support Coach Nisi at the regional and state track meet. Welcome back to the second segment of the Anchor Podcast with Dr. Brandon Hubbard. I've tracked down 2 amazing people in the Chilton ISD community. I have with me Coach Newman and Xander Nowaski. Coach Newman, first-year teacher here at Chilton ISD. Kind of tell us a little bit about what you do, Coach Newman.
Yes, sir. So I teach high school sciences, all of them. I do biology, chemistry, physics, and an advanced plant science for the senior class. I coach football in the fall, and I'm lucky enough to coach golf in the spring.
All right. You coach golf in the spring. Now, we're sitting next to a pretty amazing golfer, Xander Nowaski. Xander, tell us a little bit about what you just finished competing in and what you just finished doing.
Yeah, so I just finished my regional golf tournament on the 15th and 16th of April, and I didn't make state, but I got 6th in the medalist division, and overall I placed 18th. I would say I played okay, but I didn't play to the best of my abilities, however. I could have dropped some more putts, definitely. I was hitting the ball pretty well off the tee box, and I was hitting my irons pretty good. I just had to get my couple wedges and couple putts to get a little closer.
All right, Xander. So you made it to regional, placed 6th in the medalist division. Now, Xander, remind me, you are a sophomore, right?
Yes.
So, Xander, you have 2 more years to get to the big dance, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm hoping to get there.
All right. So what are we doing to prepare? How are we going to get there?
Well, start off by at least doing 100 putts a day, as he telling me. Got a little putting mat I have at home that I use a lot, and I'm just going to work on that a whole bunch over the summer. Stick to my short games, my putts, chips, 150 yards in mostly.
I think a big thing that we've been working on this year is mindset on the golf course, because golf is a hard game. It's really easy to get very frustrated.
Yeah.
And Xander's displayed some incredible maturity on the course. In the first round at regionals, I had 3 of the coaches that we were walking with came up to me away from Xander and told me how proud they were to see a young man handling himself like he did. So the specific situation was Xander hit a bad shot. We kind of convened about it. We talked about it, and we moved on.
Yeah.
His next 2 shots were incredible, and on that hole he had a birdie putt.
Wow.
He missed it by that much, ended up making par. But everybody was just blown away by the consistent process that we were going through. We're focusing on everything pre-shot routine, as far as setting up, clearing our mind, and just being ready to execute without having our mind full of clutter of saying, oh, I need to do this in my swing, and I need to do this, and just getting up there and knowing, having our confidence in that process that we're ready to go. And he's doing an amazing job of that.
So it sounds like, Xander, while you were there, you exhibited what we call the refuse to sink mindset, right?
Yes.
You got into a little adversity and you were able to push through. Tell us kind of what was going through your head after you hit that shot, and how did you come back from that?
So I hit that shot and I was thinking, I gotta move on, gotta give myself a chance, and I gotta work for it. I just gotta keep going, and I don't need to give up, and I don't need to sink.
That's it. And that sounds like the refuse to sink mindset to me. So thinking about golf, and we talked about how Xander showed extreme maturity on the golf course, and probably more than me, because golf frustrates me to the max sometimes. Speaking of that, as a Chilton Pirate coach, how did that make you feel about our student athletes when someone from someone else comes to you and mentions how well our athletes are doing and how mature they are?
I was so proud I started tearing up.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to kind of, thanks guys. It made me very, very proud, especially knowing what a great young man he is and exhibiting that kind of self-control in a big stage.
Yeah,
I mean, regionals is a huge stage. We had between 10 and 15 people following us all day. And so there's a lot of eyes on us.
Oh, wow.
And to see him overcome adversity and just move on like nothing ever happened, that was fantastic. It was really what we've been practicing all year, is that mindset and just staying in the process, focus, all the cliche stuff that you got to do for sports.
Yeah, that's good stuff, Coach. That's good stuff, and that's good stuff doubly, Xander. We want to say that we're proud of you. We appreciate the way you represent Chilton ISD on every stage, especially at the regional tournament and beyond. So we thank you for representing us well, and we look forward to supporting you as you continue this golf journey with us. Before we leave, before we finish, tell us what has been your favorite moment this golf season.
I think this season my favorite moment was it was at district. I had a very bad hole, and it was a par 3, roughly, I think it was 165 yards. I had a 6-iron, probably about 10 feet from it, and it was a great comeback hole because I was feeling a little down after a bad hole, and I hit that shot, and I just forgot about that hole, and I moved on, ended up playing pretty good the rest of the round.
Okay. So here's another thing. So, how did you start playing golf?
I just started going with my dad. He started playing a couple years ago. I found interest in it, and I bought my first clubs after a birthday party about 5 years ago, and I just kept playing, and it was really fun. I found out it's not an easy sport.
Yes.
And I decided I want to get good at this thing. So I just started practicing more, and I'm in love with the sport now.
All right, now here's the $1 million question. Can you beat your dad?
Yes, I can.
Pretty easily, yeah.
Pretty easily.
Yes.
So you can beat him pretty good.
Yes.
All right, well,
Gotten to that
there you
point.
have it, Pirate Nation. He's pretty confident that he can beat his dad in golf. All right, so Xander, you've had a great season, able to make it to the regional finals. You were able to, play 6th, but you had a little adversity early in the year. Tell us about what you had to overcome to get here.
Yes, so around November time, still football season, I was going to band. I didn't want to miss the bus. I was running a little late, and I hopped on my bike. I started going there, and my bike hit a little wet spot, and it almost flipped it. And when I went to catch myself, I broke my hand right here. And for about 8 weeks, I couldn't even swing a club. And I don't think it set me back. Rather, it made me realize how much I actually missed the game, how much I liked the game. And it made me want to play even more and get better at it. So I'm not mad that I broke my wrist. I'm more of looking at the optimistic side of it.
Okay. So it made you come back stronger, made you
Yes.
hungry hungry to get back to it and to show that you could overcome that adversity.
Yes.
All right, and we're so glad you did.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach Newman. Thank you, Xander, for stopping by and sharing a little bit about the successes you are having in golf and some of the things that we have to offer here in Chilton ISD. Until next time, Pirate Nation, you keep refusing to sink.